There is a body of water on this planet that no human has ever seen with their own eyes. It has been sealed from the outside world for over 15 million years. No light, no contact, no escape. And in 2012, scientists drilled through 2.5 miles of Antarctic ice to reach it. What they found has quietly disturbed the scientific community ever since. This is Lake Vostok, and this is the story they don't tell you in school. Antarctica is not just a frozen wasteland. Beneath its surface lies one of the most extreme and mysterious environments on the entire planet. The ice sheet that covers the continent is, in some places, nearly 3 miles thick. It took millions of years to form. And beneath it, hidden in complete darkness, under crushing pressure, in water that should be frozen solid but somehow isn't, sits a lake the size of Lake Ontario. Lake Vostok, named after the Russian research station directly above it. Scientists discovered it existed in the 1990s, not through drilling, through radar. The signals bounced back wrong. Something liquid was down there. Something enormous. But here's the part no one talks about. The water in Lake Vostok has been completely isolated since before modern humans existed. Since before the last ice age. Since before entire species of animals had even evolved. Whatever is in that water, if anything is in that water, has been developing completely alone, in perfect darkness, for 15 million years. That thought should sit with you for a moment. 15 million years of isolation. To reach the lake, Russian scientists at Vostok Station drilled for over 2 decades. They started in the 1990s. The project kept stopping. Equipment failed. International debates broke out. Scientists argued the drilling would contaminate the lake, one of the most pristine environments on Earth, before we could even study it properly. But the drilling continued. February 5, 2012. After 23 years and nearly 13,000 feet of ice, the drill broke through. Lake water, under enormous pressure, rushed up the borehole and refroze almost instantly. They had made contact. And this is where things get disturbing. When scientists later analyzed the ice core samples, water from the lake that had refrozen in the borehole, they found something unexpected. Microbial DNA. Ancient, unrecognized microbial DNA. Not contamination from the surface, something from inside the lake itself. The DNA sequences didn't match anything in known scientific databases. Let that land. Not unknown species. Unknown at the genetic level. Life that may have evolved entirely separately from the rest of the planet's biosphere. A completely parallel branch of microbial life that has been evolving in isolation since the Miocene epoch, since before the Amazon rainforest existed in its current form. Scientists still can't fully explain this. There are current theories. Some researchers believe that Lake Vostok, and lakes like it, could be kept liquid not just by geothermal heat from below, but by the sheer pressure of the ice above. The weight of 2.5 miles of ice presses down with such force that it lowers the freezing point of the water. The lake exists because physics, in a very specific set of extreme conditions, allows it to. But Vostok is not alone. What happens next changes everything. Scientists now know there are over 400 subglacial lakes beneath the Antarctic ice sheet. Over 400. Many of them are connected by rivers and channels flowing beneath the ice. There is an entire hidden hydrological system beneath Antarctica, moving water in complete darkness under miles of ice that we barely understand. Some of these lakes haven't been touched. Some are deeper, older, more isolated than Vostok. And here's the part that reframes everything you think you know about life on Earth. If complex microbial ecosystems can survive in Lake Vostok, no sunlight, extreme pressure, near freezing temperatures, zero contact with the outside world for millions of years, then life is far more adaptable than we ever imagined. This matters beyond Antarctica. Jupiter's moon Europa has a global ocean beneath its ice shell. Saturn's moon Enceladus actively vents water into space from a subsurface ocean. Scientists believe both could harbor liquid water in conditions very similar to what exists beneath Antarctica right now. Lake Vostok isn't just a strange anomaly. It's a test case. It's our closest model of what an extraterrestrial ocean might look like. And if life survived in Vostok, the question of life elsewhere in the solar system stops being philosophical and becomes statistical. But here's the part no one talks about. The drilling didn't stop in 2012. Russia continued sampling. Between 2012 and 2015, more ice core samples were recovered. The microbial data coming out of those samples has been partially published and partially not. Some of the findings are still sitting in research papers that barely made headlines, partially because the scientific community is cautious, partially because confirming life in Lake Vostok would have implications far beyond biology. It would mean that isolation doesn't kill life. It means that pockets of the universe that seem completely hostile, completely dark, completely cut off, impossibly pressurized, might not be dead at all. And this is where things get disturbing in a very different way. There are over 400 lakes beneath Antarctica. We have directly sampled one. We have sent instruments into a handful. The rest are still sealed, still dark, still evolving, if something is down there, completely unaware that the world above them exists. And we are completely unaware of what's in them. The Antarctic Treaty limits what countries can do on the continent. Drilling into subglacial lakes is a scientific and political tightrope. Any contamination introduced into these lakes is permanent. You cannot uncontaminate a 15-million-year-old sealed ecosystem. Once it's compromised, it's gone. The data it could have given us, lost forever. And yet the pressure to explore is enormous. Because what these lakes might contain, biologically, chemically, genetically, could rewrite our understanding of evolution, of life's origin, of what conditions are necessary for biology to function. Scientists aren't afraid of what they'll find. They're afraid of what they'll destroy before they understand it. Here's the thought that stays with you long after you stop reading about Lake Vostok. Right now, beneath several miles of ancient ice in water that has been sealed since before our species walked the Earth, something may be alive. It has never known sunlight. It has never known surface pressure, surface temperature, or contact with anything from the world above. It has been evolving in complete isolation for longer than human civilization has existed by a factor of 3,000. And the only thing separating it from discovery, or from destruction, is a column of ice and a set of international scientific agreements. That ecosystem doesn't know we're here, but we know it's there, and we haven't decided yet what to do about it.